Hi YouTubers, it's been a while since I made a video and I thought I'd make one today and talk a little bit about aggression in the discus tank. I recently had a pair of my discus pair up, and the blue Turk there that you just saw swim by has paired up with my largest pigeon blood female. And he has become extremely aggressive, this guy right there, who we're following. Now, the snake skin behind him, I believe, is also a male. And so these two are there's the big female. See, they're doing the little bow thing that they do, which is really cool. They've also already laid eggs, and I removed them to another tank, which I'll show you over here. I've got a 20-gallon breeder tank over here, which they were in for about a week or so, and they laid their eggs, and then the mother, for whatever reason, decided to eat the eggs. And one of the problems I think I had was I have a young cat who likes to torment the fish, which is really not a good thing if you're trying to breed some fish. And I'm not really, professionally trying to breed them. But I figured, hey, if this pair wants to mate up and make some babies, that would be really cool to see. I've seen the babies that come from this cross, and some people call them Silverados, and they're actually pretty cool. They're not show quality discus by any means, but they're a nice looking fish. So anyway, back to the aggression. I had to put the pair back in the main tank. Now all these fish have grown up together since, they were tiny little 2-inch juveniles. So they're very familiar with one another. There's that little blue ram. He's still doing good. This guy is like the king of the tank. He is a beast for a blue ram. He's so big and amazing. Really cool little guy. Anyway, he stays out of the fray, but man, you can just see the energy in this tank has changed. Look at this. These two guys are just out to get one another. And you can see, here the couple over here, they just want to be left alone. They want to do their thing. So I'm going to have to buy a new top, I think, for my 20-gallon so I can put them back, let them spawn, and do their thing. The turquoise is actually getting frayed fins. You can see like some of his scales on his side, he's getting beat up. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Not good. Sorry about the shakiness. So aggression happens. It can happen even more when you've got a situation like this. You've got two males, a very fertile, ready-to-go female. There's the cat I was talking about. This is the cat that she's all about these fish. Not a good combination. Oddly enough, the fish in this tank are used to the cats, and the cats will come up and stick their face right against the glass, and they don't really seem to mind. They're not afraid of them. They're really used to the cats and the pug, the pug is right here. Hi, pug. So this will all settle down eventually. If I were to leave everybody in here, eventually you're going to get a pecking order. You're going to get somebody at the top, somebody at the bottom, the rest in the middle, and everyone's going to know their place, and things would settle down. This is just because the fish were reintroduced and we've got some aggression. That's Sunny right there. That is a really... I've got peppering on my pigeon bloods, but I'll tell you, I think they're beautiful. I don't mind the peppering. It's part of their genetics. And this pigeon blood right here has some of the prettiest markings I've ever seen. It just reminds me of a giraffe. Look at that. This guy is just not having it. He doesn't want anybody over in that corner. Poor guy's getting beat up. There's the female. But don't panic. If you have fish and you see this happening, this is what could be happening. You know, your fish could be getting old enough to start spawning. There could be a pairing off. You know, people think discus are so docile and mild, but you have to remember these fish are cichlids. Cichlids are an aggressive fish, and discus are no different. I'm not even sure why they get the moniker that they're a docile fish, because they're not. I mean, they're cichlids. I had a whole cichlid tank, and I know cichlids. I mean, I've been keeping fish for more years than I care to admit. I'm 47 years old. I've had fish a long time. I've had all kinds of fish. I've had saltwater. I've had a lot. But anyway, discus can be aggressive. They can fight. They can lock lips. They can damage each other. They can tear up each other's fins. It happens. Is there a way around it? Not really. If you're going to have a mix of males and females, it's just part of keeping discus. Try to enjoy it. Don't panic. Just realize this is part of nature. They have to establish an order, a society. It's basically what it is. They're a shoaling group, and they need to figure out who's going to be the boss, who's going to be the leader. Sometimes you get two aggressive males, and they have to work it out, especially if, you know, one wants to breed right now with his female, and this other guy keeps getting in the way. I think he's trying to steal the female too, but she doesn't want anything to do with the snakeskin, really. She'll chase him around and nip at him, and that's just the way it is. She's a pretty fish. She's really big. It's hard to tell sizes. I don't have anything really as a point of reference, but she's actually pretty big. I'd say she's a good 5.5 inches. Maybe 6. I gotta get a measuring tape and really measure her. That's just a guess. So I could be wrong. I admit that. So that's it, fish people. Hope everybody's enjoying their tanks. Hope all is well. So that's it for aggression with discus. It happens. You know, don't try to get involved. Don't try to chase anybody around with any nets or anything. Let them work it out. You're gonna get, one fish may get a little bit of battle damage. You know, it's not the end of the world. Fins, I mean, I've seen this guy before. He's had fray fins in the past, like he has now, and they grow back. You know, as long as there's not any secondary infection problems. Keep your water super clean like I do. Yes, I have gravel. Yes, I have a community tank. This gravel is very thin too, so don't be deceived. It's not thick at all. It's probably at the deepest part maybe close to 1 inch deep. But I vacuum it, I move it all around, I pick up everything in here. You know, several times a week this thing gets vacuumed and gets fresh water. Which over here you can see that's where the water comes from. So we've got a pretty good setup. Everybody's happy. Except for this guy. He'd like to spawn and be happy, but he's a little cranky. But he'll be okay. I wish this one right here would pair up with somebody, because I think they'd make a really pretty fry. If I could get 2 of these pigeon bloods to hook up, I would be happy. But you just gotta let nature take its course. Unless you want to, you know, professionally breed and buy a proven pair, which, nah, that's not for me. I'm just a hobbyist. I'm not looking to get, you know, into the business. I just enjoy these fish, and I hope you do too, and I hope you don't worry too much about aggression in the discus tank. It's all normal. So have a good one, fish people. Bye-bye.